Dragon Knight.
You may now select your heroes.
Oh my god. Yeah, that is very rough. Yeah, no telekinesis yet. Has the Fade Bolt though. Should be enough for the first blood, so that goes the way of Secret, and it will not even cost them anything. In fact, they'll get a courier on top of that, so Epileptic Kid forced to go back to lane. Versus GPK 16 and 3 for the Storm Spirit mid. How do you like this matchup overall, Storm versus the old Morphling?
Doesn't run from death. Soldier's death.
Blow the man down.
The structures are fortified.
Yeah, this is...
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's looking to be a potential trade of tier 1 top and bottom as, yeah, Puppey gets destroyed. But again, you're losing your position 5, you're probably losing tier 1 bot, but you've already lost your mid, you've already lost your tier 1 top to come. As Matu's Dragon Form finally does end, as he has a Midas actually queued up right now, along with the Blink. We'll see what he chooses to go with.
Radiant structures
Definitely will be going Midas, though, because it has Gloves of Haste.
Dire's
But the push continues. Yep, true.
Dire's structures are fortified.
As Zai jumps in, looks like they're going to be able to take out save quite easily. The tier 2 tower is fortified, but Matu's already in Dragon form. So the question is, what trade can VP get? It looks like the tier 1 mid is what they have their sights set on. Going for a very quick Blink Dagger. Feels like he just gained 1,000 gold in that last engagement, so he is farming quite well right now. Now the initiation is there, but the telekinesis just in time, but Storm is going to get bursted down if he's not careful. Able to get to the other side of the river, as the initiation now from Zai onto save that looks to be the sacrificial lamb for VP.
Radiant are scanning. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
A super tanky Aphotic Shield nearby as well from Puppey. Telekinesis now onto the Storm Spirit. The RP onto 2. Mystic Flare to follow. Breathe Fire as well. They lose the Storm Spirit pretty much immediately. It's going to cost Zai his life though. So 1-for-1. There's now Secret on the retreat. Epileptic Kid still wants to chase. Has a Mask of Madness in tow. There's the concussive shot connecting. Matu not able to help his friend out. So now it's a 2-for-1 as Matu looks to be the third. VP, despite losing the Storm Spirit, win this fight. Although Nisha is still alive, he's going to get skewered to the other side. The M staying alive thanks to that mechanism. Nisha was able to get that more strength up just in time, but looks to be dead regardless. An ultra kill for Epi. What a fight from VP. Going for the Roche right after. I don't think they can sneak it in now. Although, like we talked about, Deso is online for Epileptic Kid. Trying to finish the BKB, just the recipe away now.
Radiant's courier.
Yeah, GPK takes out the courier in the meantime, but there's the initiation from Zai. Does he do enough damage to get a kill? Looks like the Undying is the first to fall. Magnus is the second. The RP did come offline though. Zai looks like he's going to drop in tow. So it's a 2-for-1. Tombstone is placed at the high ground. Epileptic Kid trying to take it out as he continues to attempt to get out of dodge, but there is the stun from Nisha, and that should be a Roshan now for Secret. That is the Aegis. Puppey not quite in range of the Aphotic Shield. The Tombstone placed on the high ground now. The Silence now onto Nisha. Looks like he's going to tank through this just fine. Just edging there as he waveforms down to safety. Puppey, though, in the meantime, has to pop his borrowed time. Looks like he might be the sacrificial lamb this time for Secret. Could have been a lot worse, but they do lose Aegis. Secret does. Do they have enough burst to take out Matu? It looks like the answer to that is absolutely. And Zai actually initiates in himself. And yeah, the Blade Mill doing a hefty amount of damage, but Epileptic Kid looks like he'll live through the day, pops the BKB just to be sure of himself. And with that, I think they back up. Did he try to Calling Blade? Yeah. know, Zai and Yapsor currently smoked up. Getting some wards down. Yeah, VP. We have the blur online right now. I don't think they have vision of this right now as well, but looks like they're going to find a Magnus on the backside. So Zai instantly able to initiate there now. He's going to take a ton of damage as a result of this initiation from the Storm Spirit, zipping past left and right. And with that, VP just clean up 2 in the blink of an eye. And now Nisha in quite a bit of trouble as he's in a 3v1 situation. Turns himself into Storm Spirit. Sadly for him, he won't be able to get the ult as a result. Matu won't be able to save his comrade. And as a result of this, despite losing their Magnus at the beginning of the fight, Secret crumble 4 for 1. Fair enough.
Radiant's bottom
Looks like this tier 2 is going to be
attack.
uncontested for Secret. If VP want to continue to push, which they will. So from Secret's perspective, you were very tanky to start this game. It's starting to obviously not be so much of the case since
Radiant's bottom tower
your PAs and your Storm Spirits of the world are starting to deal ridiculous amounts of damage. So from yeah, Nisha, E-Blade in tow as well. Puppey gonna break the smoke here. There's the initiation from Matu onto Undying, but there's the beautiful RP onto 2 into the Mystic Flare, and just like that, Secret lose 3, make it 4 with Yapsor, and now Nisha attempting to get out. Waveform in 4 seconds should be good, but his entire team is dead. I mean, DK form's still down for another 30 seconds, so this actually would be a really good fight for VP in theory. They're going to start things off onto Puppey. Borrow time eventually going to go off, or attempt to proc it. There we go. BKB pop by Epi. He's going to jump into the back line now. Zai with that blade mail, not going to do a whole lot against the BKB. And the right click will commence, and Zai just gets destroyed. And now Epi turns his sights onto the DK. They've lost their Storm in the meantime, so a little bit better fight here this time around for Secret. As Nisha able to wait from the other side. So it's a 3 for 2. Nisha and Yapsor survive.
The Dire. Bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah. Borrow time down again. Tombstone is there. Zai jumps in, but the RP to counter him completely onto 2 heroes. Puppey looks to be dead. Zai looks to be next. As now GPK jumps on in, going for the Yapsor kill, but you have to be careful because he's very low on mana. Nisha jumps in, ends up turning into PA for the time being. With Bloodstone is activated. Epi just chasing Nisha now. At this stage of the game with a PA, Mystic Flare actually completely whips, but it matters not. 4 for nothing. VP just running away with this game.
This will do just fine.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Puppey, borrowed time activated again. Skewer now into the other side of the cliff, and that means a dead Puppey. And remember, Aegis is still intact for your PA. Epileptic Kid has absolutely no fear whatsoever. This will likely be, well, I was going to say at least a tier 3 and maybe possibly Rax, but they're going to fortify to start things off. Oh, okay. Yapsor! That's one of the best spells to get, of course, but that might just be enough to defend this base. I mean, this empower farming from PA, just, I don't know how you counter that. If you give them enough time, it just feels like eventually they're just going to out-farm you. But VP, of course, did get off to a decent start. As we see another zip in, this time onto Matu, right under his own tier 3 tower, and he is dead. No buyback to speak of, didn't even have time to use his ult, not that that would have helped. Telekinesis on Epileptic here, he's just going to continue to chase Blade Mail. He is not afraid of it. Double Blade Mail, in fact. Skewer back now into the RP. Puppey pops that borrowed time, but all the damage being applied to Nisha right now. Trying to stay alive in the midst of the dead bodies of other Secret members. And this looks to be the beginning of the end of Game 1. In an absolute stomp for VP. Secret got up to a decent start, but they just got out-farmed in a couple of those fights. Just did not go their way. As GG's are called.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's middle has fallen. Victory.
We'll say that. So,
Prepare for battle.
I don't know. I think OD is a really good last pick here. It kind of solves some of the problems that they have. I think the panel was spot on with the Timber being a really big issue. So now they at least have some solution. But I still do worry that GPK on Lina is really strong. And this lane matchup is good. He is going to come off to a good start. So I would really, if I'm Secret here, I'm looking to Yapsor to really dictate the game. You need to hit arrows by setting them with Astral, primarily. Get ganks in that mid lane, maybe some smoke movements. And make sure Zai gets to play here. I feel like his axe in game 1 did not really get to show up much. So this time around, they better ensure that Zai gets to shine a bit.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Good Astral. He will get...
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He still does. Oh, no, not enough mana. Oh, he got it now.
First blood.
He's bottom net worth in his team.
Radiant are scanning.
Nisha is number 5 in his team. He has less net worth than the Fury. Oh, he just got a ward sent to him. Maybe that's an omen for his future role in the game. Puppy's like, Nisha, you failed me. I will carry now. Secret are really good at is identifying what's the lesser evil. I think standing mid as OD is even worse because you have no hero that can protect it. Nature's Prophet's not going to stop this gank, nor is the Mirana, so you can't really prevent this from happening. So this way you get the maximum gold out of it because you have one hero in the jungle and a guy in the lane that's way less valuable. Oh, Nisha just walked in. He could just get comboed now though. Just tossed back.
Obsolete.
Burn, baby,
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Perfect.
So yeah, I mean, as far as the gold looks, it looks even, right? Secret have the same net worth roughly as VP, but...
As was promised.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I didn't notice. I think he might have time walked in to cast it, but it was like around the same time, so the cooldown's way too long.
Top tower
Toss into LSA.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yep. And we're painting this picture that Secret is getting owned, and it was while the gold was even. It's not really because of the net worth discrepancy, it's because of how it's distributed, right? It's that this OD will now again die mid. Oh, stick.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
It's just that this key hero for secret scaling is so far behind means that they hit that timing so much later. That gotta find some way of getting that back up. Yo, Slaughter's really far up in the air.
Into the Black Sea.
Dire's middle
I wonder
tower
if we
is
got
under
that on
attack.
camera. It was literally, I don't know, he was 1,000 range up into the air. When I had to move the mouse so much that he covered almost my whole screen when I got him on camera. Oh, save. Should he live here, maybe? I think he has no pulling blade. He's dead.
Middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Face the darkness.
Oh, they should know where Epikid is going here. He just farmed mid and crossed to the bottom right, so they're expecting to find him here on the Ancients, and that's a good read. Oh, he pinks it out. There's that sentry ward. Really good value.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And now Zai is stealing it, so now Zai could get caught. Oh, just on the edge. He's not dead. Oh, hello.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You're like, say Vlad's pipe, Crimson, whatever you want. Solar Crest. Free rush though. Really big. So I do think OD is the best. I don't think you can generalize like that. That oh, if Chorus behind you get it. Uh-oh, Zara's dead. Mega dead.
In vigilance.
Are on Secret. Like all of them have found some decent farm, and then the 3 of the top 4 cores are easily VP. So while the gold is even, this distribution is extremely unusual in this patch. Oh, double chrono.
Under attack.
Oh, if they kill this bear. Oh. Oh.
I almost trust you.
That is better than killing Lone Druid. Killing 2 bears is better than killing the hero. Or if Lina has a Yules, Void has a Chrono, so there's other ways of initiating fights that we've seen both of them come to fruition. So, Tiny Stagger, speaking of the devil, he's 20 gold away, he's gonna die. Oh, that's so sad. That is so sad. Just pro. See if they can find a play here. It's not hard for them to predict where Secret's heroes are based on the ward that they have in the bottom jungle and the heroes that showed mid. And they're gonna find the crown jewel here. Yeah, he's
Dire's
dead.
top tower is under attack.
Copy.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So save yourself the time, get more map
Radiant's
pressure in,
top tower is
push out
under
the lanes
attack.
that bit quicker. And now they're maybe gonna. Oh, Zai's in. That was. They still have Chrono. But this is a Roshan you kind of can't afford to lose. Your lineup very much depends on this. You have to pick the Slardar, you have a Lone Druid. You want to control this area of the map and get this Roshan every single time, especially as Radiant. And now you're going to lose this over to more than likely the Faceless Lord. You could even give it to Lina if you wanted to, but I think they will put it on Edward the Kid. You'll now feel super confident going in. There's a cheese on this one as well. This is a mega tanky Lina, by the way. You have Bloodstone and cheese. Cutting through this is not easy. She gets... Yeah.
Dire
I think it's definitely a big part of their drafting today as well. I really like the way their teamfight execution looks. They're getting a shitload of value out of Undying as well. Leave me alone. I think you were more excited about that than GPK was.
From the night.
He's probably like, nice guys.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
GG.
Shadows.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Virtus Pro victory.
I mean, what is there to say, really? Obviously, a lot of people will be criticizing Secret for this series. I think they tried something creative in both drafts. VP were super stable, and they just played awesome. To me, this was more of a VP win than a Secret loss, so to speak.